Well, hello, y'all. And fuck all of y'all. I am a fiend. I am an anti-war military veteran. So when I say that I truly hate the police and the carceral state and every piece of this violent system, I've been inside of it. I truly fucking hate it.
Me too. Me too.
So here we are standing in front of the FOP. They call themselves the largest law enforcement organization in America. But honestly, if you ask me, they're the largest collection of murderers and thieves in America that go completely unchecked.
Shut this motherfucker down.
And the FOP protects them. The FOP organizes for them. The FOP allows them to continue their abuse and their violence. And even when they get fired or administrative leave for it, the FOP just fights for them to bring them back. Because they want to keep this fucking bullshit-ass system in place. And how do they do that? By playing their part. By oppressing all of us. By oppressing all of the black people in this city that make this economy. That built this city. That culture flows through these fucking streets. All of those black people are being abused by MPD. While some of them are being employed by MPD.
Okay.
And guess what?
House niggas.
It doesn't matter how many of these motherfucking house niggas is on MPD.
Okay, yes, yes.
87% of the people that they arrest in this city are black people, and the FOP protects them.
Right.
Like Elizabeth said, these motherfuckers are not workers. They are violent abusers. They are oppressors. They are slave overseers.
Exactly.
That's it.
Slave overseers.
They're here to keep the order and to keep the peace for the people that don't even give a fuck enough about them to investigate the deaths of some of them in the January 6th Commission. Don't even give a fuck enough about you.
Don't even
But you
care about
out
your
here
black ass.
doing this stupid ass job, especially you dumbass black people.
Exactly. Dumb. Bama.
We want reinvestment into our communities.
Bama.
We want health care. Like Elizabeth said,
Bama ass police.
like Elizabeth said, in overtime alone, one officer made
Bama ass black
$200,000.
police.
With a $543 million budget. And that's the proposed budget. That's not the actual budget after they do all their bullshit throughout the year, y'all.
Exactly.
Last year in June, guess how much these motherfuckers spent by themselves? $24 million.
On what? Killing people?
On abusing protesters and keeping the peace. Where are they keeping the peace from? If you believe in people's First Amendment rights, if you believe that people should be able to fight back and stand up and use their voices, then why the fuck are you tear gassing them and pepper spraying them and beating on them and breaking their fucking legs, MPD? Why are you chasing down fathers of babies and killing them, MPD? Why? Why are you shooting people, MPD? Why can't you actually do something else with your life?
No, really.
We want real investment in real jobs. We want black people in our neighborhoods to have well-paying jobs that isn't abusing and being violent towards other black people. We want affordable housing because DC has the highest homeless rate per capita.
Yes, go ahead, say it.
DC has the highest homeless rate per capita. And guess what? A lot of those people are black people.
And they want to kill them off.
And guess what? These motherfuckers arrest them. They beat on them. They don't give them the motherfucking mental health care that they need.
They sure don't.
We're not funding drug intervention. We're not funding violence interruption. We are funding violence.
They ain't got nowhere else to
We are
go.
funding oppression. We are funding fucking abuse. And guess what? The FOP is the bullshit-ass organization that fucking protects these motherfuckers. It's a
You better say it, baby. Say it. Say it, sister.
They call us terrorists for being anti-fascist while why they fucking carry out fascism every day. They call us terrorists, but since George Floyd has died, over 1,000 people have been shot by the police. But they call us the terrorists for fighting back for our rights, for actually using our voices, and for not being fucking scared of a motherfucking one of these bitches in a bag. I will not be called anything but a motherfucking revolutionary, an activist, and a motherfucker that actually gives a fuck about human rights.
Yes, yes, yes.
These are the #1 human rights abusers in motherfucking America.
Bama's
It is
with bite,
good and
y'all.
goddamn time that we
Bama's
fucking
with bite.
respect them, that we actually invest in the shit that will keep us safe. We keep us safe. Who keep us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keep us safe?
We keep us safe.
Who keep us safe?
We keep us safe.
Period. If you want to join the motherfucking movement, if you want to join defund MPD, then actually join the movement. Get active. Because guess what? These motherfuckers are making up new shit every day.
Yes, they are.
New shit every fucking day. To oppress us, to hold us down, to abuse us and get the fuck away with it.
Get your knee off our neck.
How we doing? So, we're gonna fucking organize. We're gonna stand the fuck up.
That's right.
And we're gonna
That's
get
right.
the fuck we fucking deserve. And that's all $543 million motherfucking dollars.
What would you say to folks who don't completely understand what it means to defund the police and why it is so important for folks who are new to the idea?
Don't think about it as defunding, think about a refund. Think about it as a refund to your community, to your healthcare, to your education. Because they've been defunding all these things for years. They have been historically defunding them, and that is not unpopular for them to do, apparently. So why is it unpopular for us to want a refund for the communities that matter to us? So when people misunderstand defund MPD, just understand that we are truly thinking about real community safety, and that comes from education, that comes from housing, that comes from food, that comes from water. That does not come from violent police in our streets.
What do we do in the face of Joe Biden of DC moving to fund police even more, despite the calls to defund the police?
It means that they're not listening. It means that they don't actually care about community safety. It means that they're not centering the voices of the people that are being abused the most by this system. Black trans people, black queer people, and black people in general are being oppressed by this system. Working class people are not getting the resources that they need because of the way that the system is set up. They are fucking forfeiting. They are stealing people's things. They're taking people's property. And whether they have charges or not, they're taking people's assets. That shit is unacceptable.
And we live in a place where, sure, Derek Chauvin got, the 3 charges, but still, Tamir Rice's mother is having to file a brief to try to prevent her son's murderer from getting his job back. So it's still happening all the time. New black people are being murdered constantly. What do you say to people who've kind of gone back to sleep?
I would say Google Ronald Green. I would say Google Ma'Khia Bryant. I would say actually wake up and pay attention, because at the end of the day, Derek Chauvin's verdict doesn't mean anything. It does not mean that we're safer. It does not mean that these police have magically stopped being racist. That's just not the case. Over 1,000 people have been shot and killed by the police since George Floyd has died. 900 people this year, 2021, we're only halfway through, have been shot. So when we talk about, safety, when we talk about, breaking up things like the FOP that protect officers, that bring them back, after they've committed so many human rights abuses, we are genuinely talking about centering real community safety through the social safety nets that a lot of white neighborhoods had, period. I grew up in a white neighborhood. I know what the social safety nets are. I know what the education system looks like. And I've also went to black schools, and I know how underfunded they are. Black neighborhoods are underfunded, no good jobs except for being a police officer or joining the military. in these black neighborhoods, and that's just not good enough. And we're demanding more. We're demanding what we deserve because we built all this shit for free. So we're coming back for what we're owed.
What do you think the biggest thing that, white people who don't understand but maybe want to, and it's not, it's not a black person's job to educate, the white population, what should folks do? We see, white people walking by, kind of glancing, but not doing anything, not stopping and listening. What should people do?
Honestly, the best thing that white people can do is start to talk about race every day, because I'm sure that you don't. How many times have you talked about your race relations in your life? I'm sure you can count it on one hand. Black people have to talk about race every day. Arab people have to talk about their race, their religion every day. Like, no matter if you are not white, you have to face your race and the discrimination, the oppression every day. So the best thing white people can do is check yourself. Where are you at? What are you doing? What are you upholding? What biases are you holding? How do you react when you see black people minding their business? What is your first reaction? Start paying attention to shit like that. That's the best thing that white people can do. Because once you really start paying attention to that, if you actually give a damn about black people like you say you do, then you'll be out here with us. You'll be funding us. You'll be giving your white dollars just like they give all that white money to the conservatives and to the right wing for their racism and their bigotry, their white identity politics. Y'all should be pouring your funds over here into the real liberation movement, because our liberation is everyone's liberation. If black people get health care, we all get health care. But black people need it. Period.
About MPD, defund MPD, how can folks get involved specifically with this movement that they've been watching today, watching you speak about?
Text 30403 and text the word defund MPD, all one word. You can also visit our website at defundmpd.org, and you can follow us on Instagram at defundmpd. We have a lot of resources. You can join the coalition if you're in DC, if you're local, or if you just want to donate to WFP or to Defund MPD Coalition. Please do so. We need funding. We need it.
And if you want to, remind folks of your name and any last words that you want to say.
My name is Afeni, and liberate us, liberate Palestine, and actually start fighting for human rights, because if they exterminate all of us, who do you think they're coming for next?